2023, we sold a change agenda to Nigerians out of ignorance. APC Chieftain. Welcome to the news. A chieftain of the ruling All Progressive Congress APC, Farouk Aliyu, has admitted to the party's ignorance of the country's situation before selling its change mantra to Nigerians ahead of the 2015 general elections. With President Muhammadu Buhari as its candidate and its assurance of better security and socio-economic development to citizens in record time, the party won the election, thus ending the 16 years rule of the People's Democratic Party, PDP. Mr. Aliyu said inadequate knowledge of the situation in the country at the time was a mistake the APC made during the electioneering. He stated this during a political discussion on politics today on programs on Channels Television on Thursday. He featured on the program alongside a member of a newly formed political group, Rescue Nigeria Project, Usman Bogaji, and a chieftain of the PDP, Umar Ado. Mr. Aliyu, a former minority leader of the House of Representatives under the defunct ANPP, described the APC promises as assumptions which have continued to serve as yardsticks to measure the performance of the Buhari administration in the last 6 years. Although the administration has recorded some modest successes in terms of infrastructural development that did not come without mounting debt profile and worsening insecurity situation across the country. Sometimes, let me concede, when we were in the opposition, that there were certain assumptions that you made out of ignorance, sometimes out of sheer mischief. When we were in the opposition, we came all around the country demonstrating against fuel hike. That time we were ignorant. That is the truth. I agreed. When we came to realize and we later thought that what Jonathan did was not wrong, in fact, subsidy should go. Now we have come to know that there are certain indices that can't continue to be subsidizing. This is the reality, Mr. Aliyu said, highlighting the depth of corruption among other assumptions the party made as a position. He dismissed the speculated dilemma of APC to present a candidate as acceptable as Mr. Buhari in the 2023 general elections. The former lawmaker said the incumbent president had never been the best candidate the ruling party could offer, but the candidate, I beg your pardon, favored by the electoral system. He also admitted to the corrupt tendencies of some of the party members, despite the promise to wipe out corruption in the country. I am not telling you that there is no corruption in the country. Corruption is still going on, but this time around, you dare not sit and discuss corruption in the open. Back in the days, you sat around the table, you shared contracts, money, and so on when PDP was in government. I am not telling you that there are no corrupt people in our government. Absolutely, there are. Some of them are already being investigated, Mr. Aliyu stated. Well, I do not understand what is going on. So you are trying to tell us that those things they said, they didn't sit down, they didn't do their homework well and came out to make empty promises. What he's saying here is they made empty promises to Nigerians. And of course, I do not know how they want us to take this. They want us to applaud them for it. They want us to, to clap for them. I do not understand what is going on. You are saying that you didn't do your checks well. Why? Who rushed you? Who rushed you? All you did was, all the aim of this present government, all their aim then was to remove the party. They do not have it with what is going on and what I'm hearing from this particular spokesperson now, from this chieftain of the APC now. That means they never had the interest of the citizens at heart. They were seeing this as a game. There should be a win and a lose, and they won, and that is it. Is that what he's trying to tell us? It is rather unfair. This is not a compound kind of election or a community election where we are going to say, even if it is, you are supposed to come in with the best interest of the citizens at heart. You're not supposed to be saying this. Okay, what do you want us to do to applaud you? To applaud you. This is rather shameful. This is rather shameful. Okay, now, in a way, he's saying, okay, we should agree with them that they have tried. Even you are supposed to do everything possible that is going to be at the best interest of the heart of the citizens of Nigeria. You don't come out and tell us you're going to do things, and at the end of the day, you come out and say it was an error, they didn't do your checks and balances, you didn't do your homework well, and no. That means you never had the best citizens of Nigeria at heart. That is what it means. And now you're looking for, I don't understand, I don't know, he's looking for a wonderful way or an excuse for your failure. This is not right. It is not right. You should cover your face in shame. All your promises has come. Exactly, that is what he's coming out to say this. This is rather he's shooting himself in the leg. He's shooting himself in the leg. You're coming out to tell us that you made empty promises then. A government without any sense of direction or empathy. A government that has impoverished Nigeria and our citizens more than it met them. A government that institutionalize killing and destruction as part of a government. A government that is guided by hate, bias, and nepotism in the distribution and appointment of dividends and portfolios of governance. Exactly my point. So what they're trying to tell us then is that they scammed us then, and they gave us empty promises, knowing fully well that they will never be able to meet. This is rather unfair. The people of Nigeria deserves better. We deserve better. If you do not have the interest of Nigeria at heart, then there is no way you should be contesting. You shouldn't come into the field just for having fun, or for the fun of let's remove the opposing party. That is not supposed to be done. That is not supposed to be done. We want somebody that will come in, or rather we deserve somebody that will come in with the best interest of Nigerians at heart. Even though everything is not going to be turned, because even if a new government is seated tomorrow after the 2023 election, a new government is seated, we know that it is going to take time for things to kick off, because the damage has eaten deep. It's like a deep wound that you don't just do the surface healing. You start feeding it, you start giving it all sort of immunization, start clearing the infection from the inside, so that the wound can heal, and the healing is going to be permanent. You don't just do surface healing or surface treatment. Plunging people or impoverishing people the more. This is rather so unfair. And it's a theme of shame that you are coming out to say this after we have placed all our trust that this government that came in, they are coming to change things for the better. And you are coming to tell us that you didn't do your homework, you didn't do your checks and balances well, and that we shouldn't, they're giving us an excuse. It is rather so unfair. There is nothing more that he can say that can convince us, since it has been said openly that they have failed. They are trying to applaud themselves for failure. But this should not be allowed, and this is why we are going to sit up in the coming elections. We should put somebody there, not looking at our tribalism, not letting tribalism, partyism, or any type of tism at all to blind us to putting somebody that is not able to move this country to a better place. Which is get somebody who is going to roll off his or sleeves, get his hand dirty, and make sure that this country is in a better place at least in the next 4 years. He is going to be able to put in the work, not somebody who will want just to remove the party ruling party right now, and in the next 4 years we are still having the same issues on ground. With this, we have come to the end of the news. Thank you all for tuning in, and enjoy the rest of